This will be alternating break. There's a 30-second shot clock on each player with 1 timeout per rack, and this will be a foul on all balls. Welcome inside the Wolf Den here at Mohegan Sun. Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins, and trust me, both of us are very excited about seeing the man at the table, Efren Reyes from Manila in the Philippines, one of the truly great cue artists in the world. Here at the International Challenge of Champions, one of these players will move on into the finals against Mika Immonen, Alan.
And Efren has failed to pocket a ball on the break, left the cue ball down the bottom of the table and the 1 ball in the center of the table. I don't believe that Fang has a shot on the 1 ball, so we'll see a safety here. Probably just hitting the 1 to the bottom rail, trying to keep the cue ball so he can't hit the 1. Oh, he tried to play the 1 in the corner pocket. He tried to cut it, and ended up
out.
Oh, he got away with that. He almost scratched. Well, that was a very tough shot to start out with.
Right off the bat, very aggressive play from Hsiao.
And notice that Mitch, how the cue ball, excuse me, Mitch, but the cue ball is right in the side pocket. So this is not an easy shot to start out with for Efren either. He has to come down table, and look at the speed.
No problem.
Look at the speed on the cue ball. I mean, he's called the magician for a reason. You know, he actually has beautiful speed on the table with the cue ball. Cue ball control is excellent.
We will talk about him a lot during this match. There is pretty much nothing that Efren can't do with that cue in his hand. Takes care of the 2.
Mitch, I would definitely say he's the man to beat. Now here's the 3 ball. He's going to pocket in the corner and try to come around table for the 4 ball somehow. Either draw the ball or follow it. You may see him draw the ball here. Low right hand spin. Okay, he's elected to take a long shot on the 4 ball. Now this is a thin cut.
Efren got into these semifinals by defeating Niels Fien, the 2001 Netherlands 9-ball champion, 7-5. Good pocket speed there.
He has a side pocket shot now, and this is a little tricky because if he hits it hard, the 5 could jump out of the side pocket. He's going to be forced to play the 5 ball in the side pocket and try to bring the cue ball 1, 2, 3 over here for the 6, or follow it and come out. And not an easy shot, and did he get there? He came right on top of the 6.
No.
And that's a bad break, but he has a good safety. What you'll see now is some of Efren's cue ball control. There it is. The 6 ball is very close to the rail. What he'll do is hit the 6 ball very thin and bring the cue ball down table and try to get behind the 8 ball if he can, somewhere in this area.
So moving along through the first rack. Let's see what he leaves.
He may have hit it hard enough to get behind the 9, did he?
Behind the 9.
Oh, wow, almost. Very close.
Good shot.
Yes, he elected to go behind the 9, which he had very little room for error, but it looks like he's left a shot.
Now, as Hsiao-Lang Fang takes a look at this, we want to mention Olhausen, the official table sponsor. Olhausen, the best in billiards, featuring AccuFast cushions. We'll give you some of the other playing conditions and sponsors as we go along. People who are bringing you this great event, and a nice shot there.
Very good shot. Coming off from sitting down watching Efren run a few balls and missing the first shot at the table. Now he has made a great shot on the 6 and set up an opportunity to win the first game.
Hsiao-Lang Fang, the 2001 World All-Stars Pro Tournament champion, the 2001 Taiwan 9-ball champion. And you know there are some fabulous players over in Taiwan. This is one gentleman who can play. This would be for a 1-0 lead in set number 1 here in Uncasville, Connecticut, against Efren Reyes. One of these 2 players will move into the finals and a chance to win $50,000. Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the Wolf Den. Alan Hopkins and Mitch Lawrence. And as I said, we are excited about watching 2 great players. Efren certainly, but a player that we haven't gotten a chance to see, Mr. Fang from Taiwan, and he has already had a great tournament because he knocked off Corey Deuel, the 2001 Player of the Year. So any question about whether he can play was answered early.
Oh, without a doubt. He was behind 6-4, Mitch, and came back and beat Corey 7-6. And he played super. I mean, he doesn't miss much at all. You know, he's a great player, and he deserves to be here, and it's going to be a great match.
Well, that's the thing about the International Challenge of Champions, because $50,000 going to be on the line in the finals. These players under tremendous amount of pressure. Every shot is critical. and they know it, and it starts to build, and as this match goes along, you will start to feel it. I know they will start to feel it for sure.
Well, Efren's feeling the break that Fang just made because he made a ball on the break. He's pocketed the, looks like the 6 ball, and he has a nice shot. Here's the 1 ball, and here's the cue ball. What he's concerned is going to make the 1 in this corner, and here's the 2 ball, so he's concerned about position.
We talked earlier, you and I, Alan, about the break before this match started, and we'll develop that a little bit as we go along because it was important in these players' earlier matches, especially Efren, who had a little bit of trouble with his break in an earlier match. And as we see, Hsiao-Lang Fang missed that, and Efren Reyes will have ball in hand.
That's just a mistake, Mitch. I mean, he tried to cut that very thin and stay down the table for the 2. Now, Efren gets a big break here because he comes to the table with ball in hand and a nice opportunity to win the 2nd game where he didn't break him. So the 2 and the 3 are together. Notice how he can play left-handed. Just
he did that so easily that cue went to the other hand.
Yes. The Philippine players, Mitch, all of them, they can shoot behind their back. They can shoot left-handed. They can shoot jacked up. I mean, they just do everything with a cue stick. They're very good cueists.
Well, and he is an absolute icon over there. I mean, he is just a legend in the Philippines, and he's influenced, if I'm not mistaken, an entire generation of players.
Well, he's a legend over here too, you know, Mitch. I mean, he came over to America, the Philippine players did, and showed another way of playing 9-ball. And I mean, kicking at the balls, he does it all great.
When you say another way, that's what you're talking about, much more offensive game?
Well, not only offense, but also a great safe game. In other words, he plays the right shots, he brings the cue ball the right direction. Now, he's left himself a little bit of a tough shot here with the cue ball on the rail. He's going to elevate a little. Probably see him hit this with a little bit of speed. There it is. I mean, he's a great shot maker also.
Savvy man is Efren Reyes, and as he moves around the table, I'm going to give you a few more of the playing conditions. They're playing on Simona's billiard cloth, and underneath that cloth, Leani genuine Italian slate. We'll be using silver cup chalk, and in between racks, when the other players at the table, they'll be sitting in Mikhail Darafif game room furniture. And Efren Reyes doing what he needs to do.
He got a little
around the table. He's got a tough shot here on the 9.
Well, Mitch, he got a little bad on the 8 ball. He's getting to have a little problem with the speed of the table, but this obviously, I hope he calls the shot. Did he call it?
I don't know.
I don't know if
he did not look like he did, and we will find out.
He didn't call the 9 ball.
He did not call the 9.
And here we go. And he did not call the 9 ball. So now, but notice where the cue ball is. So he got a little lucky here that the cue ball is right down the table.
It's not ball in hand.
No.
The 9 is just spotted.
It is not a foul.
In this format, you must call the 9 ball. And we saw it in an earlier match. Steve Knight gave up a very early game to Mika Immonen, the 2nd rack of the match, by not calling it. And from there, it was all downhill for Steve Knight. We'll see if Efren Reyes can come back from that. Got to be disappointing to go all through the rack, Alan, and give it back.
Very difficult shot here, though. It is disappointing, but he did get the cue ball down table, so this is not an easy shot. And there you go.
Maybe a little bit of justice there for Efren. We'll see.
Now Efren's going to call this one. And this is not an easy shot either, I'll tell you. It's very difficult shots with the $50,000 at stake. A lot of pressure. Single elimination format.
I was going to say that I did not think he would miss that chance twice, but he has.
Well, not an easy shot, though. Wow.
Wow.
That's all you can say.
Unbelievable. 2-0 now. Hsiao-Lang Fang of Taiwan over Efren Reyes of the Philippines. Truly is an international challenge of champions. Some of the tremendous fan support here in Connecticut, Mohegan Sun. An incredible venue for this event. Uncasville, Connecticut. And Efren Reyes has come all the way from the Philippines for a chance at $50,000 in the finals. The winner of this match will move on against Mika Immonen, who beat Steve Knight. And Alan, you were talking about Efren changing his break a little bit, and he did, and he made some balls.
I love the way he's breaking. He's cutting the 1. Now here's the 2 ball. He's going to be shooting the 2 ball. He's going to try to make it in the corner pocket if he can cut it, and there it is. Nicely done. Notice the position. He hit the cue ball a little hard. He's going to have a tough, little bit of a cut on the 3 ball, but the 4 ball's in the center of the table, so he should be okay position. Oh, what a beautiful touch. Notice how he killed the cue ball. He's having a little problem with his ball control, though, because he's on the wrong side of the 4 ball for position for the 5. So he's going to go to the side rail, the 4 here, come back over here in this area for the 5 ball.
Just taking him as he sees him now. And he needs this rack, Alan. I really think he needs this rack just to get on the board.
Well, you know, Mitch, he's a champion. All these players are champions, and they bounce right back. A few mistakes will not change how they're going to play. Now, a couple bad rolls may make a difference,
yeah, but can't help.
But no, a couple mistakes are not going to stop Efren from coming to the table and executing the way he can.
The 2001 International Billiards Tournament champion, 2001 Masters 9-ball champion, the World 9-ball champion in '99, and the ESPN Ultimate 9-ball champion in '99. He won $65,000 for that tournament, and the 1999 Player of the Year. Efren Reyes has done it all. And here in Connecticut, he does what he needed to do, get on the board. Now down 1-2 against Hsiao-Lang Fang of Taiwan. Mr. Fang will have the break in Connecticut. There you see the Sardo tight rack in operation, the only rack with repeatable precision. And a good look at the Elephant Beautiful balls, the official ball set of the International Challenge of Champions. Hsiao-Lang Fang at the table. Lives in Taipei City, Taiwan. Leads 2-1 in this first set. Race to 5. There'll be 2 sets, and if we have a tie at the end of those 2 sets, we'll have a sudden death tiebreaker. And trust me, nothing is more exciting than trying to get a chance for 50 grand when you have 1 rack to play.
And a big break for Efren. He has a nice shot on the 1 ball. You can see he's reaching over to shoot it now in the corner pocket. Bring the cue ball towards the center of the table. Fang did not pocket a ball on the break. This is not an easy layout. The balls are open, but they're laying kind of tough. The 2 ball has to bring the cue ball, draw it back toward the center of the table for the 3 ball. Okay, has a little angle on the 3 ball. Going to pocket the 3 ball in the corner pocket, bring the cue ball out toward the center of the table. I like the way he's hitting the balls now.
I was going to say, he's looking pretty strong right now. It's just very smooth. It's just amazing to watch when he's really in stroke.
Unbelievable what you say. He's actually very consistent. Now, he wants an angle on the 5 ball. He does not want to be straight in. And he has a little angle. Should be okay. He's going to have to force it. You're going to see hit the cue ball pretty hard here. Bring it over towards past the side pocket. Okay, now he has to be careful on the shot right here. The 6 ball is along the rail. The 8 ball, the eight ball is laying in the corner pocket. Now he's going to play the 6 into the 8, try to play position for the 7 ball. If the 6 falls in, he'll have position on the 7, but it stayed up. Okay, good. Did not want the 6 to fall in there. That was nicely done by Efren.
The thing is, when he's playing this way, the stroke is so fluid and pretty to watch.
Without a doubt.
Nothing herky-jerky about it. There's nothing, just moving around. You watch it from behind.
It's like a master. And he won the Masters, by the way, also, Mitch.
That's right.
How sweet.
And there's how you play a rack of 9 balls when you get a chance. Hsiao-Lang Fang doesn't make anything on the break. Efren Reyes makes quick work of it, and we are tied at 2 games apiece in set number 1. And how'd you like to be presented with this? The winner's check for $50,000 to our champion of champions, being held by Michael Clark, the vice president of Oldhausen Billiard. And that is what you are watching, the International Challenge of Champions, the 12th annual, the longest running continuous billiard show in history. Right here, and every year we add to it. Thrilled to do so. Efren Reyes at the table has just tied this match up 2 games apiece in set number 1 against Hsiao-Lang Fang of Taiwan.
Efren is using a soft break, and he's being very successful with it. Here's the 1 ball, and here's the cue ball. He's going to play the 1 in the side pocket. Just come down to the bottom for the 2 ball. Wants an angle on the 2 ball. It's a nice layout here. The 2 ball will be playing in the corner and bring the cue ball toward the center of the table again, by the side pocket, actually, for an angle on the 3 ball. That's perfect. Notice the angle on the 3 ball, so he can come over to the side rail for the 5 ball.
Efren looking to me like he's in a little bit of a zone here right now, Alan. Just in his own little 9-ball world.
Oh, it's one of the largest paydays in pool, $50,000 to the winner. And there's a lot of pressure because it's single elimination. So one loss and you're out of this tournament.
Great field, a great field that Matt and Betty Ann Braun and Billiards International put together here. 8 of the best players in the world, all of them champions. One loss, as Alan said, and you're gone.
A lot of pressure.
So 1 out of 8 is going to be really happy.
Wow, his speed is a little off, Mitch. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just noticed he was only coming down a little bit for the 9 ball, and he just hit it way too hard.
Now, he's been playing very quickly, Alan. So maybe just a little too quickly there, but we'll see if we can finish this off. And, you know, I guess when you're Efren, you go, all right, I'm a little out of line, but it doesn't matter. So that's 3 racks in a row for Efren Reyes, and but for not calling a 9 in the second rack, he'd be up 4-1. As it is, 3-2 now over Hsiao-Lang Fang, who will have the break. Hsiao-Lang Fang at the table from Taiwan, down 3-2 now in set number 1 against Efren Reyes. And he needs to stay at the table.
And he
try
switched
to get back into it.
Yes, Mitch, I'm sorry. He switched his break. Notice he broke the balls the same way Efren did. But unfortunately, he did not make a ball. And the 1 ball is along the side rail. And here's the cue ball next to the 3 ball. The 2 ball is right by the corner. So all he has to do is make the 1 in the corner pocket. And he should have position for the 2 ball. Oh, he missed the 1. And that was not typical of Efren Reyes.
Uncharacteristic there. He wants to hit it again.
Well, the good thing about it is there's 2 views. It's bad that he missed the 1, but it's good because Fang does not have a shot on the 1 ball. He's going to be forced, it looks like, to kick it in. Unless he can get in between. Now, if he can shoot the cue ball in between here, he can hit it. It looks like he can. If he hits it, he'll try to play safe, hit it easy. Hit the 7. Oh, just came out a little too much. So now Efren will have a nice opportunity for the 1 ball, which is right here, to pocket the 1 ball on the side or the corner for position on the 2.
And one of the big differences in this match so far is that Efren has had a chance to stay at the table and play, and Hsiao-Lang Fang has not. Has very, very few shots in this first set.